Let's do these 5 examples of taking derivatives, which will all require the use of negative exponents. In each case, we'll rewrite the expression as just x to some power, and in each case that power will be negative, and then we'll just apply the power rule. In this first basic example, we're taking the derivative of 1 over x. We can move x up to the numerator if we negate its power. So right now in the denominator, its power is 1. We can take it out of the denominator if we change its power to negative 1. At this point, we can differentiate by just applying the power rule. We need to take the exponent of negative 1 out front as a factor, so we'll just put a negative there, and then reduce the exponent by 1. Right now, the exponent is negative 1. If we take away 1 from that, we get our new power of negative 2, and so that is the derivative. In the second problem, we have more or less the same thing, except we also have a square root. So we're taking the derivative of 1 over the square root of x. You need to know that the square root of x is the same as x to the power of 1/2. So what we have in the denominator is x to the power of 1/2. Again, we can move that to the numerator if we simply negate the power. Moving it to the numerator, the power is now negative 1/2, and so we can proceed with the power rule. Take this power and bring it in front as a factor, so we have negative 1/2, and then reduce the power by 1. Negative 1/2 minus 1, that's the same as negative 1/2 minus 2 over 2, which is just negative 3/2. And there is our derivative. In this next problem, we have a similar situation, except instead of the square root, it's the fourth root. In the same way that the square root of x is the same as x to the power of 1 over 2, the fourth root of x is the same as x to the power of 1 over 4. So that's what we have in the denominator, is x to the power of 1 over 4. And we can move it out of the denominator by negating that power. So we're taking the derivative of x to the negative 1 over 4. And from here, it's very similar to the previous problem. Bring the exponent down in front as a factor, so negative 1/4. And then reduce the power by 1. Negative 1/4 minus 1 is the same as negative 1/4 minus 4/4. So the new power is negative 5/4. And that is our final answer. On to problem 4, we're taking the derivative of 1 over the 6th root of x to the 4. So here you really got to know how to rewrite radical expressions as rational exponents. Remember, just like a 4th root is the same as a power of 1 over 4, a 6th root is the same as a power of 1 over 6. So how could we rewrite this thing? Well, it's x to the 4 to the power of 1 over 6. That's what's in the denominator. Of course, by our exponent rules, that's the same as x to the power of 4 over 6. So that's what's in the denominator, but then we could reduce that fraction. 4 over 6 is the same as 2 over 3. So what's in the denominator, finally, is x to the power of 2 over 3. So we can get that out of the denominator if we just negate the power. So we're taking the derivative of this, which we can rewrite as x to the power of, since we're taking it out of the denominator, negative 2/3. Now we apply the power rule. Bring that exponent down in front as a factor, negative 2/3. Then reduce the exponent by 1. Negative 2/3 minus 1 is the same as negative 2/3 minus 3/3, so the new power is negative 5/3, and that is our final answer. Lastly, we have the derivative of x to the negative 7 over 4. Just to mix it up, this one is already in a perfectly fine form to just apply the power rule to. Its power is negative, but that's not a problem. Just make sure you're careful with your subtraction. Let's bring that exponent down in front as a factor, so negative 7 over 4. And then we're going to reduce the exponent by 1, so minus 4 over 4. So the new power is negative 11/4. And that's our final answer. And those are a few examples of how to take derivatives with the power rule when the powers are negative, and some of the rewriting that's involved. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and be sure to check out my Calculus 1 course and Calculus 1 exercises playlists in the description for more. Thanks for watching.
Stressed out, sweetie, I'm stressed out. Sounds like you've been stressed out. Tell me what you're stressed about.
stressed out, honey, I've been stressed out lately. Don't know what's what, don't know what I'm stressed about. Stressed out, sweetie, I'm stressed out. Sounds like you've been stressed out.